In this video, we're going to take a look at the Google AdWords user interface and where some of the more important features are located. We're also going to talk about how Google AdWords is structured to make things easier when we create an ad campaign. To access AdWords, navigate to adwords.google.com/home. And if you already have a Google account that you'd like to use to upload your advertisement to Google and to manage your ad campaigns in AdWords, you can go ahead and log in with that account. If not, you can create a new account to use with AdWords. I already have an account that I'm going to use, so I'm going to log in with it now. The first time you log into AdWords, the system may walk you through a setup process that also includes creating your first ad campaign. Feel free to go through this process if you'd like, but since we're going to cover all of the details of creating an ad campaign with AdWords in this course, I'm going to skip the guided setup for now. Also note that if you're prompted on whether or not you'd like to use Google AdWords or Google AdWords Express, it's best to choose the regular version, not the Express version for now. This will give us more flexibility when we create our campaigns. You can always try out AdWords Express for a more automated process at a later time. Once you're logged into AdSense and have finished or skipped the guided setup, you should be on a page that looks like this. This is the AdSense Campaigns page. Notice that we have a number of sections going across the top of our screen. The home page is where we can see a dashboard view of our current campaigns and their performance. The campaigns section is where we will create and manage all of our advertisement campaigns here in Google AdSense, and we're going to talk about that in a bit more detail here in a few minutes. The Opportunities section is where Google AdWords will suggest changes to our currently active campaigns to help improve their performance. The Reports section is where we can access detailed analytics regarding our advertising campaigns. And the Tools section allows us to leverage additional services such as where we can connect a Google Analytics account and manage conversion tracking, which we'll also talk about later on in the course. If you click on the gear icon in the top right corner, you can access all of your AdWords settings, such as your billing information and your account settings. So these are the primary sections that we'll be using in AdWords to set up and manage our ad campaign on YouTube. As I mentioned, I'd like to go into a bit more detail regarding campaigns in AdWords, so I'm going to click on that section now. As we use this section, we're going to see a lot more information in here, and some of the things that we're going to see on our screen, there are really three main sections. We're in the campaign section, so that's one, campaigns, but then below that we're going to have what are called ad groups, and then within our ad groups we're going to have ads. So I'd like to talk a little bit about these three items here in AdWords and how they're structured. At the highest level we have campaigns. Campaigns determine the end goal of what you're trying to accomplish. For example, maybe your goal is to increase brand awareness. Maybe it's to sell a product, or maybe it's to drive traffic to a website. Campaigns may consist of multiple ad groups and multiple ads within those ad groups. Ad groups fall underneath campaigns in the hierarchy and deal specifically with targeting. Each ad group will consist of ads that are meant to target a specific group of viewers. Ads are the actual creatives, in our case videos, that users will see before a video on YouTube. Let's take a look at a visual example of how the hierarchy is structured. As you can see, we have one campaign. Underneath that one campaign, we have two ad groups, and then we also have a total of 4 ads that are within those 2 ad groups. So to better explain how these 3 items are related, let's use an example. Let's say we want to create a campaign to increase brand awareness for our company, H+ Sport, that sells mineral water. Within that brand awareness campaign, we want to target multiple groups of people. For this example, let's say we want to target users interested in running and also users interested in basketball. So we now have 2 ad groups within our main brand awareness campaign. From within each of our ad groups, we could upload and customize as many ads as we'd like. So we can have 2 ads in each of these ad groups. So from this example, you should be able to see how one campaign can have multiple ad groups and each ad group can have multiple ads. As we continue to use AdWords, we could also create multiple campaigns, maybe one for brand awareness and one for selling products. Hopefully, you're now familiar with where the main features of AdWords are located and how the hierarchy of campaigns, ad groups, and ads is structured.